what he knew and when about things like Benghazi. We still don't know what he did that night, precisely what he did that night.
We still don't know what the meeting is the day before.
No,
and that's the most recent news. They had a meeting in the White House, and he attended it the day before this came up, and we don't know anything about the meeting, and the White House won't tell us.
No, the White House is not forthcoming with information about this, so it's difficult to assess it. I mean, it's tempting to think, well, you know, if the president was doing something truly glorious about this, they'd tell us about it, and he must not have been, because they won't, but you can't know.
All right. In historical evaluations of presidents, it's performance that counts. And right now, and this might be unfair, and I'm trying not to be unfair. Right now, I see Barack Obama in major trouble on the history front. I mean, forget about the Obamacare debacle, which I think is going to get worse, but I could be wrong on that. It's speculation. Just where we stand now, 5 years into his administration, he's got to be in the bottom 10 because the economy hasn't improved and all of the problems, and problem after problem after problem, very few solutions coming forward. Is that too harsh?
Well, I think you're right in saying it's too early to know what the final outcome will be and the final verdict on his presidency will be, but I think that on a number of fronts, he has not accomplished things that he was clearly elected to do, the principal one being to restore a robust economy from one that was in very deep trouble. I think it's unfair to say that it hasn't gotten better. It's gotten better to some extent.
Not median wages, and that's my litmus test.
I don't want to argue the particulars with you. Right. I'm saying that on some accounts it's gotten better, and on many accounts it's not, and nobody is satisfied with this recovery, including, from what we're told, including him. So that's clearly one that hasn't worked out very well. The health care rollout could still succeed, although it's off to a bad start, and there's structural issues within it that make it seem possible the whole thing could collapse. That's his principal domestic achievement.
And we'll know next year.
And you look at a situation like, for example, the withdrawal from Iraq. That situation over in Iraq, which was one where the surge of troops that President Bush 43 had instituted had turned things around and seemed to be on the right course. That may now all be
we have Dick Cheney coming up in just a couple of minutes, and he'll talk about that. But I just want to make sure everybody understands, my litmus test on the economy is how much workers are making. Those salaries have gone down in 5 years. That's how I judge it. Brit, thanks very much.
You bet.
We appreciate it. Next on the rundown.